Have you ever just stopped and asked yourself, why am I even here? Seriously, it's one of the biggest questions we can ask. Well, today we're going to dig into a really surprising answer that's found, of all places, in an ancient song. Let's jump in.
So let's just put it right out there. What is our ultimate purpose? Is there some grand design for your life, or are we all just kind of making it up as we go along? I mean, this question really gets to the heart of everything, doesn't it? Now, instead of looking at what modern philosophers or scientists have to say, we're going to turn back the clock way back to an ancient song of worship, a song that makes this incredibly bold claim about why you, me, and everything else even exists. And that brings us right here to a powerful verse from the book of Revelation. It's part of this incredible scene in heaven, this massive chorus of worship that, believe it or not, gives a surprisingly direct answer to our huge question.
Here it is. Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. Wow, that one sentence is absolutely packed with meaning, so let's unpack it piece by piece. So first things first, who is this song even being sung to? That first part, thou art worthy, O Lord, it sets the stage. It tells us who is the focus of all this worship.
And what we find is that this song is addressed to Jesus. It's this powerful declaration of who he is, not just as the one who saves us, the Redeemer, but as the Creator who literally brought everything into existence and the one who holds it all together.
Okay, so what are they offering him? First up is glory. And this isn't about us giving him something he lacks. Nope. It's about us finally seeing and acknowledging what's already his built-in radiance, his magnificence.
Then there's honor. Now this is our part of the deal. Honor is the reverence, the respect that we give back to him because of his glory. It's our response, our active participation.
And finally, power. Now this one is really interesting because it's not about his power over us in a domineering way. It's about us recognizing our total dependence on his strength. It's a willing surrender, an admission that any strength we have actually comes from him.
And you know, this idea of Jesus as the Creator isn't just a one-off thing. The Scriptures are full of it. Take John 1:3, for example. It couldn't be any clearer. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
But now, look at this verse from Colossians. It adds a layer that is a total game changer. It says all things were created not just by him, but also for him. And that tiny little phrase, for him, that is the key that unlocks this whole puzzle of our purpose.
Which brings us to the absolute heart of the matter. Why? Why was everything created? The answer is, well, it's both stunningly simple and incredibly profound.
We were created for his pleasure. Just let that sink in for a second. Your ultimate purpose, your reason for being, is to bring delight to your Creator. You exist for his joy, for his purpose, for his love. This isn't about you being some puppet. It's about being wanted, cherished, and made with incredible intention.
And this idea is captured so beautifully in this phrase, his workmanship. It means you're not some random accident. You're not just a self-made success story. You are a masterpiece, a custom work of art crafted by the master artist for a very specific and glorious purpose.
And we see that purpose spelled out again, right here in Isaiah. We are created for my glory. Our lives, our very existence, are meant to be a reflection of the goodness and the beauty of our Creator.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But what does it actually mean for us, for you and me, today? How does this change our sense of self, the way we see our lives?
Well, it seems like we have a choice. On one side, you've got the self-made life, right? The constant hustle, it's all built on your performance, and it's all lived for your own glory. But then there's this other way, the life of his workmanship. It's a life that's formed by grace, where the goal isn't to build your own little kingdom, but to live for his delight.
And to explain this new identity, the source uses this really deep, intimate picture, the bride. Now, this has nothing to do with gender. It's all about relationship. It means we're not just cosmic employees trying to earn our keep. We are in a covenant relationship, chosen, loved, and living in this incredible partnership of purpose and delight.
So, if that's our real identity, our true purpose, how in the world do we actually live that out?
How does this idea get from our heads into our hands and feet, into our everyday lives?
Well, here are 4 really practical steps. First, lift your eyes. That means shifting your focus off your immediate problems and onto the bigness of God's rule. Second, worship in truth. This is about coming to God not based on how good you've been, but based on what Jesus has already done. Third, rest in His presence. Just let go of the pressure to perform and simply be with Him. And finally, live your calling. Let your whole life become part of that eternal song, reflecting His glory in everything you do.
So we come full circle, right back to a question, but it's a new one. It's not, what is my purpose anymore? It's this. If I was truly created for His delight, how does that change absolutely everything? Now that is a question worth thinking about. Thanks for exploring this with me.